2026 is going to be the easiest year ever to write and publish a research project. If you know the AI tools that actually matters and the ones that are just noise. Today I'll be showing you the AI tools that I use from the moment that I choose a research topic to the moment that I submit a paper for publication. And this isn't about shortcuts, it's about leverage. So let's dive in. The first AI tools that I use is ChatGPT. Yes, I know you're saying ChatGPT hallucinates, it does it, but no. You're just going to use it for a simple thing. And the first thing you want to do when you want to write a research paper is to look for a research topic. Now, what I use ChatGPT for mainly is I use it to brainstorm ideas and sometimes to also find a research gap. And I'm going to show you how I use it exactly. So this is me basically telling ChatGPT that I want to conduct a literature review about something that has to do with mpox vaccine hesitancy or acceptance, and I don't know how to articulate my research topic, how to come up with a research topic and a research gap. It should help me to craft some titles, some research title, and find some gaps that I can work with. And by the way, I call my ChatGPT Ayan, so don't judge me for that. I just want it to feel kind of more personal to me. And so yes, this is the responses. You can see the responses. It has given me top 5 potential titles based on research trends. So I'm going to look at it. You can see it has this first one is something that has to do with global determinants of mpox. And you can see it's suggesting a systematic review for me. And then there's this one that has to do with mpox vaccine hesitancy in non-endemic versus endemic setting, which is going to be a comparative literature review. So you're just going to look at this topic and choose the one that you feel like is something that is feasible for you, the one you feel like you can do, the one you are interested in. So for me, I kind of find this third one interesting. So I think I'm going to go with this third one for the sake of this video. We're going to use this third research topic. And down here, you can also see the research gaps that it identified in terms of acceptance and uptake, discrepancy, in terms of population differences, in terms of knowledge and risk perception as well. So you can just scroll down and look at this research gaps and look at the one that goes with the research title that you are interested in. So that's just what I use ChatGPT for, just to brainstorm ideas and nothing else. Or even if you already have your research topic, you can use it to refine or to restructure your research topic as well. So the next tool that I use is Google Scholar. I know Google Scholar is not an AI tool, but I need it to validate this research gaps that ChatGPT provided for me, because you don't want to conduct a research. You don't want to do something that has already been done, like you're repeating work. So you have to go online, search for databases and validate your research gap to make sure that there's a gap for you to fill. So that's what we are going to use Google Scholar for. So it's simple. We're just going to go to scholar.google.com and then we're going to plug in the research topic that we got from ChatGPT and see if there are any studies out there that has to do with this topic. And yes, there are some studies on mpox, but I haven't seen anyone that has anything to do with a comparative literature review in both endemic and non-endemic setting. So you can see now what you want to do next is you can go to custom range and put in the date that you want. You want to ensure that you are not putting in a very, very long date. Like you want to see something that is really, really recent, maybe let's say the last 5 years or the last 3 years. So what you're going to do is you can scroll and look at these papers, look at the titles and see if there's anything that's similar to yours. And you can also open any research paper that you want and then scroll to the limitation of that paper and look at the limitations that the authors highlighted. That's one of the easiest way that you can find a limitation, a gap that you can easily research on. So you can see this paper is limited in terms of its methodology. It uses a cross-sectional survey data. So if it is something that you can do, you can maybe say you want to do an interview or maybe you want to do a longitudinal study or anything. And then you can find a lot of gaps when you go to this paper. This is just to validate what ChatGPT gave you so that you don't go and be repeating what has already been done. So you can check through all this paper, like maybe the first 10 and that looks similar to what you want to do, and look at what their limitations are for real. So for this particular topic that I am using for this video, actually I didn't see any study, any comparative study here in the first 2 pages, the first 10, 20 articles. So I'm just going to go ahead and write my literature review. The next AI tool I will be using for this video is Consensus AI, and we are going to use it for our literature search. Now we already have a research topic, we have a research gap. Now the next thing to do is to look for literatures, the papers that we are going to use to write our literature review, and this is where Consensus AI comes in. Now let me show you. So when you first open Consensus AI, this is how it looks. So you can see right here, you can click on this icon to set it whether you want to do a deep search, a quick search, or a pro search. So I'm just going to leave it in a pro search for this video, and then you can come here and look at the filters. You can apply filters like, do you want it to bring out articles that were published in the last 5 years? What kind of study do you really want? What kind of discipline? Is it law, chemistry, mathematics, medicine, anywhere? And also you can choose the countries that you want. Once you're done, just click apply filters, and what you're going to do next is to bring your research topic and paste it and hit search. So you can see it says scoping, it's modeling, it's reading, it's looking for sources. You can see it has finished its search. So right here you can see our topic is here, and it has given us a summary of what is known, what is on ground, how we can go about it. You can see it has highlighted endemic settings, where mpox is endemic and where it is non-endemic. You can see it has also highlighted the key populations, like men having sex with men, healthcare workers, and you can see it has also provided the drivers of hesitancy across settings, like what makes people hesitant to accept the mpox vaccine, and it has given us a summary of what everything looks like. What I really like about Consensus is that it's not giving you anything that is fake. The research papers are real published research paper, and you can click on any references, any of these numbers, and it's going to take you to the actual paper. So when you click on it, you can actually see the abstract. You can even go to the snapshot and see what the paper is all about, like the methodology, the population, the outcome, the results, like everything you want to see in that paper. And also the next thing you can do is you can click on save and add it to your library or to your collection. For example, if you are really interested in this paper, after reading the abstract, you can actually click on it and add it to your library. And you can also go to PDF, that if you want to see the complete study, the complete PDF, if you want to read it here, you can actually read it, and you can also click on the link and go to the site and go to the database where it was published and read it there. And you can also click on details to chat with this paper. Yes, you can see it is written lowness. You can actually click on it to chat with this paper. You can ask the paper any question that you want. So I'm asking it, what are the key takeaways from this paper? And it has brought out some key findings to do with the scope and method, the knowledge and awareness of mpox vaccine, and the risk as well. So you can ask this paper any question that you want. So what you can actually do again is you can actually choose to export your references to your library. You can export it in RAIS format or in CSV if you want it to be in Excel format as well. And you can also click and see and view it in a tabular format or just like in a normal reference format as well if you want. And another thing I do with Consensus AI is to actually plug in my research topic, but telling it to create an outline for a research project on that topic. It is searching, restructuring, ranking paper. So basically you can see the proposed outline, the background and the rationale, and what I should write under the background and the rationale, and the method of the literature review. It's telling me to use Prisma style, the population I should consider when writing, how I should extract my data, and the synthesis as well. So honestly, Consensus AI is a game changer for researchers, because since I discovered it, I've been using it for my literature search. Now, the next AI tool that I love using is Anara, formerly known as Unreadable. Now, what I'm going to use Anara for is to read a research paper thoroughly, or if you want to really analyze a particular research paper, you really want to understand that research paper in depth, you can download it and upload it onto Anara and chat with that paper. So let me show you. Just go to anara.com and open a free account. So this is what it looks like when you open it for the first time. So what you're going to do is just go to chat with file. Actually, it can do a lot of things as well. All these AI tools can do multiple things, but I'm just showing you the way I like to use it when writing my research paper, how I normally use it. So Anara is very good with this one. So just go to chat with file and click on it. So when you click on it, it's going to ask you to upload a file. You can see right here it says importing one file. So just wait for it to do its thing. So you can see the file is actually opening. You can come to chat and you can see some preloaded questions. So you can click on any of these questions, or you can choose to ask it your own personal question. And also you can go to details. You can see when you go to details, it's telling you the exact thing, everything in that paper, the authors, the journal, the volume, the everything. It's showing you, so you can go through it easily. You can quickly see a snapshot of this without having to go through the papers looking for it. And also you can see it has provided the abstract and the summary of that paper. So I'm just going to click on any of this question. I ask it to synthesize the geographical distribution of the 16 reviewed studies across Asia and Europe. 11 studies are from Asia, 14 studies are from Europe. So you can continue to ask it question, anything that you want to understand in this research paper, and you can copy the response as well. You can copy it, you can open it as a note if you want. I'm going to ask it, what are the key findings from this paper? And you can see it's thinking as well. And the good thing about Anara AI is that once it's done, it's going to provide a reference for you, not outside but within that PDF that you uploaded. So you can see, if I click on any of these references, it's going to take me to where that statement was written in that paper. It's going to locate, like, it doesn't hallucinate. Everything is right from that paper. That's why I said you can use it to understand paper or to summarize the paper in depth. Also, another thing you can do is, if you see a statement that you like or you feel like you are going to come back to, you can easily annotate it as well if you want, and then you can find in your annotation, and you can save this paper actually to your library if you want. Now you can see that we've chosen a research topic, we've identified a research gap, we've validated our research gap, we've searched for our literatures as well. And the next thing to do is to start writing your literature review. And the tool that I love to use when writing is Jenny.ai. Now there are two ways that you can use Jenny.ai. The first one is to either write your paper directly within Jenny.ai, or you can use your Microsoft Word or Google Docs or LibreOffice, any software that you are using. You can use it to write, and then when you are done, you can copy it and paste it into Jenny.ai for some editing. And I'm going to show you how exactly I do this. So when you open your Jenny.ai, this is how it looks. So you can see that it has a library as well, where you can import your references from either Zotero or Mendeley, which is why I told you that you can write directly using Jenny.ai. You can write and cite, but for me, I use Microsoft Word to write before, but now I use LibreOffice. So I've already written this paper, so I'm just going to import it to Jenny.ai. You can see it has opened import vaccine literature review. You can see it has opened. So easily highlight your text. Once you highlight it, you can click on AI edit. Now when you click on AI edit, you can see this dialog box has opened. I don't know if it's a dialog box that they call it. So you can see you can use it to improve fluency, you can use it to paraphrase, you can use it to simplify, you can use it to strengthen arguments or add a counter argument. You can use it for a lot of things. This is why I really love Jenny.ai, because it has simplified everything. So what I like to use it for is for paraphrase. And you can see it said thinking, it's considering different approaches of how to paraphrase my paper, and you can see its response. So if you look up, a highlighted text is my original text, it's my main text, and then this one down here is the one that it paraphrased, and down here you can see what changed and why it changed. You can also click on see edit to see what Jenny.ai actually removed from your original paper and what it's used to replace it with, which is actually good, because this will give you an idea of what this is all about. Like, because sometimes when you are using AI to paraphrase, you are kind of worried, like, I hope this AI tool hasn't changed my statement, like the meaning of my statement or anything. So you can actually see what it used to replace that statement or that word with, which is actually good. And from here, it's going to give you an idea of if you want to paraphrase it further by yourself. And also, if you want to write using Jenny.ai, you can actually go to doc and click on it. It's going to ask you what you want to write, and it's going to help you to generate an outline, like a standard heading for your literature review, just like we did with Consensus AI. And also another thing you can use it for, when you've written a statement and you cannot find a reference for that statement, you can actually use Jenny.ai to generate a reference, and you can easily go to that paper and look at what that paper actually said and look at it. Is it really correlating with what you've written before you can accept that reference? Now the next AI tool that I love to use is PaperPal. Now PaperPal is similar to Jenny.ai in so many ways, but the only difference or the feature that I use in PaperPal is mainly the plagiarism check and AI detection, because you've written your paper, so you want to check it yourself. You don't want to submit it to a journal and face rejection. So that's what I'm going to use PaperPal for. So let's see. So this is how it looks, and if you're using MS Word, you can have the Word add in, you can also have the Google Doc add in, or the browser extension if you want, and you can ask it any question in this box, but that's not why we are here. We are going to click on new web document, and once it opens, you can either import your documents as well, or you can copy it and paste it right here. And I'm going to click on this edit, and you can see it's suggesting some words that I can use in this paper. So you can either accept or reject. You don't always have to accept everything. Use your critical thinking. And you can click on rewrite. You can also use it to paraphrase. Like I said, you can improve fluency, make it academic, and all of that. So let's quickly move on to why we are here today. So I'm just going to click on plagiarism check, and once I click on it, it's going to open like this, and it's going to allow me to upload a file from my computer. So you can see it says document health check. You can see it's checking my manuscript across billions of sources in order to ensure originality. So you can see the output. This is the result. It's suggesting that there's grammar correction 45. That's why I'm here. And you can see the plagiarism is 0. There is no single similarity detected. And then it has detected 27% AI written text. And by the way, I didn't really write this review. I asked Consensus AI to generate it for me for the purpose of this video, so I didn't really write it. I can click here to see the AI markers, like what is actually wrong, which text was detected as AI written. So you can just scroll down and look at it. You can see that human written text is in green, the AI written text is in yellow, so you can know what to do before submitting your paper. You can paraphrase or humanize it depending on the response that you got from PaperPal, which I think is a very, very good idea because it's going to save you from rejections. Now the next thing to do is to publish that research paper, is to send it to reviewers. And there's a way that you can actually review your paper by yourself before sending it to anyone, and it's by using this AI tool, Liner. I really love it because it's going to do your checks for you before you submit your paper. So let's jump in and see how we can actually utilize this tool for our own research work. So you can see, like every other research tool, Liner can actually do a lot of things. It can generate your hypothesis for you. You can also use it for literature review, citation recommendation, but that's not why we are here. The only thing I love to do with Liner is peer review. So that's where we are going to go to. For people that love doing hypothesis, you can actually use it to generate your hypothesis. So I'm just going to click on peer review, and I'm going to choose a file and upload that file. So you can see it said reading your paper. It's reading our paper. It's generating search keywords, and it's searching for related paper. This shows you that it's not going to review this paper like without any prior knowledge. It's actually going to go to web. It's going to go to databases and look for literature reviews or papers that are similar to what I have written in order to give me a concrete feedback. So you can see it's generating feedback from reviewer 1, reviewer 2, reviewer 3, and reviewer 4. And you can see the process of the peer review. You can see how this thing is actually moving, doing its work. You can see this one is for checking rigor, this one is for checking the novelty of your research paper, this one is for checking a research gap, and now you can see it's actually doing a final meta review where it's going to provide a summary of the paper for me. Right here you can see the summary of the paper, and when you scroll down you can actually see the strength of the paper and the weaknesses of that paper. For each point that it raises, it's going to provide a supporting evidence for you. So this is Liner actually giving you 5 reviewers to review your paper, which is actually very, very cool. And also you can see that it has put it in such a way that you can know that whether this is a minor revision or it's a major revision, which is actually cool. And if you don't want to really go through the summary right here and the supporting evidence, what you can actually do is you can come to the research paper right here and click on each block by itself. You can see what they say, and then you can easily know what to do from there. Or you can come up here and click on novelty, rigor, clarity, impact, and limitations. Anyhow you want to do it. And you can see it has provided some references from similar research papers. This is very, very good because look at what it said. It says that I don't have methodology section. Actually, that's what it said for this paper, and it's true, there's no methodology section. So it said in the meta section I should clearly define my inclusion and exclusion criteria. I should also describe the method of data synthesis. How did I synthesize the data? Was it narrative synthesis? He said following systematic review guidelines like those in paper 3 and paper 5. It has provided a references, which means I can easily click on those references, go to that paper and see what is actually there and apply it to my own manuscript, which is very, very good. You can improve your paper before submitting it for a peer review, which I think it's a very, very good thing, because peer review takes a long time. So with this, you don't have much to worry. Even if there's going to be any feedback, it's going to be probably minor comments, not major comment, because look at that, this paper has no methodology section, which is a huge thing, which is a major comment. Some students might even reject it, like it's going to be like a desk reject immediately. Like, how can you write a paper without a methodology section? It doesn't make any sense. Now, before you submit your research paper, there's actually one last AI tool that you can use if you are a lover of graphical abstract. I just discovered it, and well, I tried it twice to generate a graphical abstract, and I'm going to show you. And this AI tool is NotebookLM. So when you open it, you can just click on try notebook and you can hit create new, and this box is going to open, and then you're going to go to copy text if you want to copy text, and you can also upload file if you want, and you can search the web for new sources if you want to do anything, but that's not why I am here. So I'm just going to click on copy text because I'm going to copy my abstract and put it right here. You can see it right here. Say untitled notebook. I'm going to put untitled so you can see it right here. So what you're going to do is we're just going to go to infographic, hit on infographic and let it do its job. It's going to take a little bit of time, but just let it do its job. And you can see it says Mpox vaccine acceptance, a global snapshot. So you're just going to click on that file and open it, and you can see it is unveiling, which is quite beautiful. This is beautiful. So you can see it says Mpox vaccine acceptance, a global snapshot. So you can see right here it's telling me the global and non-endemic country trends. So you can see the general public willingness is 60%. Hesitancy to accept Mpox vaccine among healthcare workers is 41.5%. And you can see right here it's talking about the endemic region challenges, which is mainly in Africa. You can just copy it, or you can download it, and then you can just go to your computer and open it and insert it into your manuscript before submission. Now, a few things to note: do not use AI tool to write your entire manuscript or a section of your manuscript. You can only use it for literature search. You can use it for grammar checks, language edits, use it to check for plagiarisms, and also use it to check for AI written content. You are not using AI tool as a shortcut. You are leveraging it. You are trying to increase your productivity as a student or as a researcher. And when you use AI tool in your research or in writing your manuscript as an assistant, you are required to declare it. You are required to be transparent. Some journals will say you should declare it in your methodology section, or some will say at the end of the paper and the declaration section. So it depends on the journals that you are submitting your manuscript to. So everything that I've shown you in this video is ethical. There's nothing wrong with it. You can use it just the way I used it. The manuscript that I use for this video is AI generated, and that's only because I really wanted to show you how to do this from the beginning till the end, from how to go about searching for ideas, brainstorming ideas of a research topic. So I don't necessarily have the time to write the research paper truly by myself independently before this video. That's why I asked AI to generate that research paper, and that's why the AI content was detected 27%, even though it's kind of low, but it's still AI generated. So do not let AI generate your manuscript for you. And also I want you to note that when you are writing, try to use, if you're not writing like using inside Jenny.ai, that you can easily import your references. If you're writing using Word, Docs, or LibreOffice, try to use Mendeley or Zotero, anyone that it supports, to add your citations accordingly. So that's all for today's video, and if you like seeing content like this, please subscribe to this channel, like it and share it with your peers. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.